Hello, Michael Swain here after Kansas basketball's 84-74 win over Kansas State here inside of Allen Fieldhouse. I don't think this will be as long of a video as we had the other night. In some ways, an unremarkable game, and I think that probably speaks volumes about, I think, the way generally that K-State played and the way that KU played in this game. I think there are a couple key storylines, though, that we can cover, and I think they're going to be important for KU, I think, going over the next couple games, as KJ Adams remains out with a separated shoulder. Floyd Badunga gets the start, and that's something that Bill Self made it seem like was a slam dunk ever since KJ Adams got hurt. He cited analytics stating that KU's points per possession on offense and defense is better with Flory and Hunter on the floor. I totally get that. We've all watched the games, right? Flory and Hunter, it's worked at times. Is it the most sexy basketball? Is it going to be the most modern style of basketball? No, but it has been functional. And I think you saw some of that functionality in the first couple minutes, right? As, KU got off to the 14-0, 20-4 start to the game. And Flora gets an offensive rebound, sets up a basket. Generally, it worked. And so when KU goes to the rotation, then that's when things stopped working. And it comes back to a key point, which was the way that K-State plays. And it's a very unique matchup for KU in this game because K-State plays with two big men, right? Gasson and Coleman Hawkins both are playing, and they're both 6'9", 6'10" guys that are going to be tough guards for someone like Riley Griffin, AJ Storr. So from that perspective, right, you understand why Floyd starts, and you look at the overall numbers of this game. KU's starting lineup was plus 22 on the game. So you take that 14-0 start, the rest of the game KU was plus 8. That's pretty solid. The issue is you look at KU winning by 10 in this game, and you calculate that, okay, that means the rest of the lineups were minus 10, and that obviously reflects on, I think, how KU struggled to guard with Rakeese Passmore guarding Coleman Hawkins, even though I thought he did okay at times, but that lineup, wasn't the best. And then you look at AJ Storr playing the 4, it still had its issues. So in this specific game, this lineup with Floyd Badunga and Hunter Dickinson really worked. And so I think when you look ahead, though, is this going to work in every single game? I don't think so. I think there are going to be times when KU plays another team that has 4 guards, and that's going to be an issue because Flory is still a bit of a foul magnet. He got 4 fouls today, had 4 fouls against Iowa State, and then fouled out, I believe, against Arizona State. So it's something where KU's going to have to monitor the foul issues because you can't all of a sudden have Flory Badunga picking up 3 fouls in the first half, and all of a sudden you got to play Hunter Dickinson for 38 minutes? That's just not going to work. So for KU in this game, the lineup worked. And so long term, I think we'll have to see how it fits. Now, I think you can equally say that KU did miss KJ Adams, and I think that goes to the second half and how KU played defensively. Some of that, again, comes because it's the matchup-based issue where KU struggled with AJ Storr at the 4 and having other guys play that spot. But KJ brings some stuff for KU defensively, right? I don't think anyone would deny that KJ helps Kansas exponentially on the defensive end of the floor. I think all of our issues or concerns, maybe not even issues, but concerns are about the offensive end of the floor. And it remains to be seen how this is going to play out for KU offensively, but defensively, KU missed KJ Adams tonight. And as a result, K-State is able to get to the free throw line. They're able to knock down a couple threes in kind of the heart of the second half where KU's trying to, bump that lead north of 13 points, and K-State really does a good job of knocking down some key shots at key times. And so as a result, KU gives up 45 points in the second half. It's not great, not super pretty. And so for KU overall, okay, does this solve the issues? Is the season saved? I mean, look, no. I think in some degree you see some things working, right? The Flory and Hunter lineup works in this game. DeJuan Harris looked better in this game. Zeke Mayo continues to be a dog. Where would KU be without him? So I think things still kind of remain the same. I think we're going to learn a lot more from the game on Wednesday against TCU than I think we learned against K-State for KU today. So those are some of my thoughts. I don't think this is the game that is going to be super revolutionary. I don't think it's going to really not something I think we can learn a whole lot from, but I think it's still an interesting game to start to see how these pieces come together with KJ Adams out. Bill Self said he's not sure how long Adams will be out, for sure not playing against TCU. And look, a separated shoulder, right? That's a pretty big deal. You know, it's football and a throwing shoulder, but Jalen Daniels missed 5 or 6 weeks with it. And so, I mean, look, you know, you're getting into the heart of conference play if you're talking multiple weeks for KJ Adams. So KU's got to find some things out. I think next Wednesday's game against TCU is going to be a really interesting game to see how KU handles things. So those are my thoughts on the game. Obviously, check out the YouTube channel. Bill Self's interview, pretty interesting. When he talks about, I think, KU's defense, I think he talks a little bit about the starting lineup, what goes into that decision, and then always check out Fog.net, all sorts of Kansas basketball, football, recruiting, lots of Junior Day visitors here today. You can check all that stuff out on Fog.net. So thanks always for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you all again later.